and I want to very briefly just say how Delve is going. I love Delve. Delve is really cool. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've been playing some poisony things. I really dislike one thing about Delve. Delve is very blue. When they announced Delve, I said, it looks very blue. You might want to install like Flux or Nightmode or whatever. And I've run a few Delves now with the new graphics, and it really hurts my eyes. I'm going to show you some things, and we'll run a Delve. You'll be like, oh, that's quite blue. Yeah. There's some sciencey stuff here. There's some sciencey stuff here. I didn't really understand all of it. I was never very good at science at school, but very TLDR. Harsh light is bad for your eyes. It causes damage. Stuff doesn't go. Let's go through some examples. So, retinal photoreceptor cells are uniquely adapted to function over a wide range of ambient light conditions. However, in most species, prolonged intense visible light exposure can lead to photoreceptor cell damage. And once the stuff is damaged, it will never regenerate cell-wise. So that's why it's a big deal. So, to give it a more PoE explanation, light has to pass through 5 layers in the retina that filters out the light's harmful energy before it reaches your light-sensitive cells. Blue light, azurite light, uses the peer support gem, so it skips all of that. Okay. For the raiders in chat, blue light makes our eyes sad. We don't like things to be sad. Don't make your eyes sad. And for the average person in chat, that's not convincing because the sky is blue. So, blue is owie. I find it a bit weird that when it came to choosing like the colors, they chose such a harsh shade of blue. When they could have gone for a slightly less owie shade of blue, it still would have looked really cool and it wouldn't cause a bunch of damage. For more example of this, there's usually a lot of phones now. They all have like blue light filters and stuff on them. It's because it's just not good for you. And you say, but Tarke, you say it yourself, just run the filters. If you run the filters, then it's not as bad for you. Which is true. But if you're gonna run all the filters so that you can actually look at the shade of color, that means you're not seeing it the same way the artist designed it. So if you're not seeing it the way the artist designed it, then what's the point of designing it that way in the first place, right? Another analogy I would go for is like if you were making a film and you knew that film was only ever going to be watched on a very dimly laptop screen, you wouldn't set the whole thing at night because it wouldn't look very good at the end result, right? So, yeah. I've made this video with Magma Orb before. They eventually turned down the brightness of Magma Orb. So there has been a slight history of Tarke complains about colors, and then eventually the colors are slightly less obnoxious. And Delve is amazing. I really love it. I really love the general aesthetic. But it is particularly bright at times. So if you're not already using like a Nightmode, a flux, or if you're, you know, lucky enough to have certain glasses which block out certain shades, great. But this is something which affects everyone. No one is unique to this. You've only got one set of eyes. Try and protect them. And I find the whole discussion quite interesting. So we'll kind of clear this out. And that's kind of that. But yeah, I just find it interesting. Why would you pick the death shade of blue? Pick a slightly different shade of blue. The red looks really cool. I like the mobs. I like the crystalline stuff. But it's a bit bright. Just tweak it a little bit. It can still look cool. Like, you can make it still look really, really cool. But it'll be less harsh. Less intense on the eyes. Everyone wins. The artist gets to make something cool. Ziz gets to stare at the screen for 50 hours a day, no problems. And then in 10 years' time, Ziz still has eyes. So, you know. And if you say, but Tarke, you could just play 30 minutes less. You know, just play 30 minutes every single day. If you're a game developer, you want your players to enjoy the game. You don't want them to only play it, you know, once every other Tuesday. So, yes. Blue, by the way, please enable night mode or flux or something. You'll appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.